Hello to all of my Hip Kit Club loving friends. I'm Jana Eubank, and I'm here with my first layout using the September 2023 Hip Kits. Now, my assignment is to feature this number paper. This is a specialty die cut paper that came in the main kit, and I am in love with this paper. In fact, I wanted to find out or figure out a way to use it on more than one layout. And so what I decided to do is to cut a portion of it into a circle. In that upper left-hand corner, you can see the number 16. I thought that would be fun to use on a layout about one of my children getting their driver's license. So I'm going to try to preserve that for a layout later in the month. So to start this page off, I've just used a circle template from my stash to draw a circle around this. This is about 9.5 inches. And so I went ahead and cut that out with my scissors. And now I'm going to add a ring of cardstock to this a number circle to kind of frame it out. So I'm using an older circle tool by Martha Stewart. And I'm cutting a double layer of circles to just create a ring. And I'm using a Cricut mat to keep my paper from sliding around. This works really well. Now, the outside of this ring is about 9.5 inches, in case you're wondering. And I didn't apparently push down all the way on this circle cutter as I was cutting. So I'm just going to use my fine tip scissors to clean up this ring before adding it to my number paper. Now, this kit is full of the most beautiful colors. There's all shades of purple. You've got a periwinkle purple, a dark purple, kind of a plum purple. You've got pink, you have yellow, orange, blue. I love the colors of this kit. And for this layout, I just wanted to play with all of the pattern. If you know me, you know that I love pattern paper. I love color. And so I'm just going to kind of go crazy on this page. So my idea for this number die cut or this number paper is to back all of the openings like you would a normal cut file, where you adhere the pattern paper to the back of it and then cut around the openings or the shapes. So I'm going to add all different kinds of pattern papers to all of the different openings in between the numbers. I did decide to use the pattern papers from the Pocket Life kit, and the reason I did that is because they are a smaller scale, so they fit into these smaller openings really well. I used all of the 6x8 papers. I pulled in a few 12x12 papers like the orange basketball cardstock. You can see the pattern side of that paper there in a couple places. I also used the brushstroke pattern paper. And just look how pretty the back of this looks even. You could even do that idea where you do a bunch of mosaics in a circle. So I think that looks really cool too. I also pulled in a 3x4 card from the Pocket Life kit just to add a different pattern there. That's that little small star pattern that I'm adding there at the end. And I love the way this circle turned out. In fact, I want to really highlight it and make it the focus of my page. And so to do that, I'm going to frame it out with this adorable blue pom-pom trim that also came in the main kit. I will take a moment to adhere that down just with some glue. I love the personality that this adds to this circle. Of course, it has lots of personality already, but this fun, fuzzy little pom-pom texture is just so much fun. I am also adhering this on top of my Cricut mat because I'm going to let this dry overnight and I don't want it to stick to my table, so that is why I am doing that. Okay, so now it's the next day and I'm ready to continue on with my layout. I'm going to use the darkest purple from the cardstock kit, which is the Independence Blue, to use as my base of my layout. And I'm going to map my two 3x4 photos on the Cheer Pink cardstock. I love the cardstock kits that coordinate with the kits each month, and I hope that you'll pick them up sometime because they really come in handy. If you're scrapbooking in the middle of the night and you don't want to go searching through your own cardstock, I mean, it just makes it really convenient to have it come all at once. You have it there for die cutting or to map photos or to use as layout bases. And if you are a double page scrapbooker, you will especially love the cardstock kit because you will have two of each of the colors to work with and to create your double page layouts. So I wanted the background of this layout to have a bit more personality. So I decided to bring in this band of color from the this is the congratulations paper from the main kit. So I just cut that out with my scissors and then I took it over to my sewing machine machine and stitch between each of those diamonds. I saw Carrie from our design team do that, and so I definitely wanted to try that on this layout. Because I'm putting my photos in the bottom right corner of that circle, I feel like that band of diamonds balances out the weight of those photos on the left side of the page, so that's why I ran it there. I also used my sewing machine to stitch around my background cardstock, and now I'm ready to start designing my page. I did use foam tape to add those photos to the bottom corner because I needed to bridge them over that pom-pom trim, and so that brings it up to the level of the pom-pom trim. And now I am just going to the die cuts. I found these floral die cuts from the embellishment kit, and I love the way that those just kind of cradle the edges of the circle. And then I'm going to add in a few more die cuts from the main kit. You can see that stack of books and that super cute backpack that will finish out the embellishing in the bottom right corner. I wanted to repeat that florals, so I found a smaller floral cluster in the puffy stickers, and I added that to the right of the backpack. Now I'm headed back over to the die cuts in the main kit, and I'm just going to add a few more embellishments up here to the top of the photos. I've already, like I mentioned, adhered those photos into place with foam tape, so I do have to trim down these tags just because I can't tuck in the full piece behind that photo, but that works out well. So I picked out a few phrases along with these tags. I have one that says new season, and then the purple one says never stop learning. My daughter was beginning junior high this year, and so it's definitely a new season of her life with new friends, new experiences, new classes, new types of teachers and schedules at school. So that was a lot of fun for her. I also picked out that clock die cut to add there because, in junior high, you've got to be aware of time. You are in charge of getting to all of your different classes, and so I thought that would be fun. And I'm going to pair that with the other phrases there right on top of the tags. I'm also pulling in more of the trims from the embellishment pack that was in the main kit. That's where I got that adorable pom-pom trim, but there's also some pink crepe paper and then this yellow baker's twine. So I added that yellow baker's twine to the top of both of those tags, and I love the texture that adds there. So we'll go ahead and get these few phrases and the clock into place, and then we'll continue on with the design. Now I had used that puffy floral sticker in the bottom right corner, so I wanted to add another puffy sticker somewhere on the page just to repeat that texture. So I'm going to add in this adorable puffy star next to the clock, and then we'll grab some more embellishments. The next embellishment that I'm going to pull into this page are these adorable stars from the main kit. These are cardstock and vellum layered stitched embellishment stickers. They're so cute. So I wanted to add a trio of these to the left of my photos. So I'm going to use this chipboard piece for my journaling, and then I'm just going to scatter 3 of these stars kind of in a waterfall motion around this chipboard piece. I'm also going to add a 4th star just to repeat that in the top right corner of the page where I'm going to place my title. Now that red and orange star is quite a pop of color, but I feel like it balances out the color of the backpack die cut that is in the lower right corner, so that worked out well. I'm also going to add one of those wood buttons there by the backpack, and then I'm ready to work on my title. So I'm using the Cheer Pink title, the Cheer Pink cardstock. That's the same cardstock I matted the photos with. So I'm using that for my title just to repeat that color. And I used the Taylor alphabet die that was released in June 2023 to cut out my title. I love these alpha dies. I use them on almost every layout that I create. The size is perfect, and it pairs really well with all of the alpha stickers that we get in the kits and any of the phrases. It just looks great on almost every layout. I super love it. So I placed that title up there, and then I'm pulling in some of these epoxy star centers to add to the center of these other stars just to have a repeating element and tie all those stars in together. And I just really love the additional texture that it adds. Now I had that blue and white star in between the title, but I felt like it was pulling focus away from that blue pom-pom trim. So I switched that out for a more light or monochromatic star there, and now I'm ready to keep going. Now the chipboard piece that I'm using for journaling is it says this book belongs to, and then I'm using these puffy alpha stickers from the March 2023 Pocket Life Kit in bubblegum pink to add my daughter's name. Now this is the first day of school. There's not a ton of journaling, especially because I have created a whole nother layout at a different time talking about my daughter going into junior high. So really I'm just going to add some basic details details here. I'm going to add my daughter's name with the letters or the puffy stickers that you saw. I'm going to add the date here to this tab. This is a chipboard tab from the main kit. And then I'm just going to write her grade underneath her name, which was 7th grade. And that will finish out my journaling. Now the last thing I'm going to do to finish this page and to kind of marry everything together is I'm going to add some white acrylic paint splatters. This is just your standard white acrylic paint. I did water it down a little bit to make it a little more runny or splatterable, if that is even a word. And so I'm just covering up my photos and things that I don't want paint on, and I'm adding these splatters to 3 different places of my page, of course, to create a visual triangle. And I love the way that it looks. So yes, this page has tons of pattern, tons of color, and I absolutely love it. It almost looks like an adorable spring quilt. I love this number paper. I had so much fun backing all of the openings with that 6x8 paper, and I hope that it inspired you to use your number paper in a different way. All right, guys, these are the September 2023 Hip Kits from Hip Kit Club. It's called the New Day Collection, exclusively designed by Hip Kit and only available there. I hope you'll come and grab one for yourself and come and hang out with us in the Facebook group. All right, guys, my name is Jana Eubank. Here's wishing you a creative week. We'll see you next time.